Our private client services team is recognized for providing clear and
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specialising in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specialising in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contestant and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner. With over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340, or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.
Good morning and good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. Me man Franklin Bia Akwaba eba ene yedwumedi ya. Yada so Ghana month mu match mu ne away na gidi say nyoma bebre na 82 yi ema Ghana man. Na ene legal hours so na wo hwe me na legal hours so de oba wa wonim say o say we de wo share wo fraud of bi na ono so behwe bi. Ono nso betie bi na ono nso hu nia eko ene ye kasa enye tintin ye beko straight to the point because mrena ekodada enti no update kakra bi e wo ho a mepese mo behu ena ansana me lawyer penny me lawyer me resource person na ono nso beba na afi ye de dwumedie na ahya ase eye propose ye kan say changes na eba yes, I March, yeah, queer, ye nyina ye hwe nim ye siri answer na obeji long obeji indefinite na still workers no nyoma mo de abetu dwa say or say you nti no your friend said key to overcoming the proposed 10-year roots settlement no eno na hia ye nyina nim say sisia no oba abeji settlement a ye see for 10 years omo a enka skill workers si uba 5 years uye adwuma na sponsor no ema of 5 years na uye adwuma edu 5 years na uko renew na afi wa ye indefinite na uko winim dodo na bi mu kra de 3 years oye ya na through one other ye kan say keka ho na abohu a na ono so bam sisi ano aban ne si da bi o or the changes bebre aba na changes no me nchirechire mu lawyers na betumi echichi mu just empese ohun say there are key things are obetumi ayɛ to overcome that 10 years no. Na ɛno na yɛde nhyehyɛ abɛgu hɔ about 5 things a obetumi gyina so na wo deɛ wonkɔ 10-year route ne so to get your settlement. Ɛno na mɛma yɛn resource person no ɔde nkyerɛkyerɛmu bɛba abɛma yɛn na afei deɛ yɛde main topic na yɛwɔ for today no na yɛde ato dwa. Nti so I welcome my resource person lawyer Charles Asma to the program. Lawyer Charles Asma Pachoma, good morning Anope.
Good morning, na.
Pachapo adomo nkwa me ho yɛ paa sɛ wo nso ho yɛ deɛ.
Me adom.
Yo, we de mama akwenya mmerɛ no kɔ ne nti no mama akwenya na fa nkyɛ mu ohwam ankasa ɛma etiefo na ahwɛfo na afei update na me de beto board no na wama yɛn just a brief understanding of how it looks like no na afei the main topic no aba abeto dwa.
Yo, etiefo na ahwɛfo anope ye checha obi biara bibia obia. Update na ɛbaeɛ no ɛfa English language proficiency no unim sɛ ɛnkyɛ na aban ɛka sɛ ɛnkyɛ biara obi biara ɔkɔ akɔgye settlement no ɔmbɛpɛ sɛ nipa no ni adesua no ɛkɔ n'anim na akɔba sɛ yes ɔmpɛ sɛ from 26th of March 2027 ukoye indefinite leave to remain application can na ye B1 sisi a almost B2 ni na ne say aban pese obi biara a oti UK no ne reading and writing level no edu obi a owo college obi a owo college sisi a no ewo obi a owo secondary school level on pese o de call obi a owo college level and it's a college level. Santi se wo indefinite bi ya but money answer will be before 26th of March 2027 next year. So we no from now on to 25th of March 2027 there we okay. And they will used to be one na mo indefinite from 26th of March next year there we hear B2 English. It is a outro B1 no way use na next year we indefinite as I was control B2 no because now Bruno etwom.
Yo, lawyers medas ye ewo ho na sa B1 to B2 no no so eka skill workers na omo mefa say dependent for na omo afi na omo so omo sponsor omo kwa koye ombenya omo ye can say omo visas na say sponsor we no na omo de English count because in him said dodo na ye dependent visa no mobile mo amfa English anka ho nti so omo de English ni be ka ho abro mo so nya sponsorship or so mo ye application no omo de na ye B1 na so say ko B2 and also say from next year ye 2027 no omo de no e be sha ase mpacho obetumi acheche mu kakra wo amaye.
Yo, medasi bebre. I aban can say nka dependent of skilled workers, you know, come as so in your B2. I can say nka early this year. But applications are here for dependent ni no. English bia enka. Enti minim sa fi no pese omode baba and now say omo train and for that one they will leave it open. Omo kan but ensure that ye juma at this stage.
Okay, yo, Matthias say oh me but me question minim say bia me can't say dependent obi oye dependent na ono one renew ni visa no based on you kuno ono akonya new sponsor ana ne yere new sponsor or ye sa wakonya new COS member ne say yes ono ye application no before no ye dependent until before no when you so English for ono na application because no ye dependent but see when ya COS ono kwako ye application ono English no na America e dey English no no or say obenya.
So we are all switching to the main skilled worker visa and there at the same threshold now what other than one.
Okay.
IELTS levels, you know, reading, writing, speaking, and listening. I know the answer is
Okay. And
what is
say ye B1 to the B2 and I say the same B1 B1 IELTS.
the same B1 level no. Na aba no sisi a na ye ready anope and say sisi no for indefinite leave to remain.
Okay.
Skilled worker there near tie no a ensesa ye.
Okay.
Near
Yo,
tie no
that's
ensesa ye. Okay.
yo. Yeah, that's it. Emre no ko enti no producer mpacho fa me topic ene that board ne so mpacho fa to so ma me na me dwedwedwe mu kakra na lawyers ma mfa nkyerɛkyerɛ no embe eka ho ma ye mpacho tie for mo amadwane mu nyina mesrem eda mo ase sɛ mo adwane ne nyame nhyira mo na mo munya me adoye by sharing the program mpacho mo mpiapia ne tikɔ na enko ekyire ma me. Just share. Copy the link. No, I share on all your various platforms. So, Eddie Mami, Mestre mo any demo, Monyesa, and Famami Pam. Yo, yɛbɛkɔ yɛnim ɛnɛ dwumadi a yɛbɛdi no ɛyɛ yɛka ne sɛn mewɔ skill workers I said last week na mewɔ skill workers so this week nso mewɔ skill workers so because changes bebree na ɛɛba no one way the other na ɛyɛ affect ebinom bebree nti ɛnɛ no ne yɛde mmirika akɔfa ne sɛ skill worker dependent visa which occupation codes are restricted and what to avoid. Yenim sɛ we mean mu lawyers ma ba be mu but near already to this particular topic a yekukuru di aba no na akoba ne sɛ skill workers dependent visa ne bebree no yebenya ntie sɛ bi mu wɔ hɔ ɛyɛ ana wenya sponsor foforo ana sɛ onya yɛka ne sɛ onya baayɛ no wakonya sponsor foforo owo mu anya sponsor foforo afi yesi ne kunu ana ne yire a ana sɛ ne mba ɛka ho no yesi omo de yɛntumi mfa omo nka ho na akoye nsɛm pii na ntiasia hyɛ da nkasa yɛnim sɛnea ɛteɛ because workers yɛka ne sɛ skill worker visas ne nyinaa comes with code na codes na aban no ɔde yɛ adwuma codes na ɔde yɛ adwuma no wama ho obiara ne ne ho nhyehyɛ enti embia wo akwakwaji code bi unnim sɛ saa code no sɛ wode wo ho kafo umma ɛbɛka ho no unnim sɛ ɛbɛyɛ adwuma anaasɛ ɛnyɛ adwuma ɛnom na ɛnɛ yɛba bɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu nti topic na hia me ankasa enti mo mbɔ mmɔden ana mo share na mo wɔ questions after the next 10 minutes no maybe telephone lines no na mo de mo questions aba na lawyer Asma aba be cheche mu mama nta lawyer Asma mesa atonsa afro bio and then the question na me bisa no say skill worker dependent visa no courts na ɛwɔ hɔ no nea ɛwɔ he na ɛyɛ restricted ɛna den na metumi ayɛ a me avoid sɛ me nkotom na mentumi mfa me ho nkrɔfoɔ ɛnka ho na yɛntumi nya yɛn status no wɔ ha patro adaroma de jama
Yo, but that's the bebree. Etiefoɔ ne ahwɛfoɔ ɛndɛ nkɔmɔ no ɛfa skilled worker dependent. Yehu sɛ nkurɔfoɔ bebree ɛyɛ a na ɔmo acting on emotions and faith. Emotion and faith in say ɔno ara nim sɛ ade na ɔyɛ no mmara no mma kwan but ɔse meyɛ because madam fu bi akɔyɛ ma na yɛyie. Ɔse meyɛ because I have a family. Nti sɛ mo nim sɛ mewɔ family there ɔmo de ba ma me because and so ɔmo de ba ma yan because so ɔmo afa ma yan family no ebe emu betiti. That is what I mean by emotion and faith. Now, edi kan no from 11th of March 2024 na aban ye ne say occupation codes no bebree ebesesa. Nti na baako ye friend no 6145 and ye general care workers 6145 general care workers. Sa 6145 no edin no number no besesa ye. Nti 4 no ba ye 3. Nti na ye friend no 6145. Baako so na yɛfrɛ no 6146 ɛne yɛ senior carers ɛno so number no bɛsesa yɛ ɛma sisɛ yɛfrɛ no 6136. Baako so ne yɛfrɛ no 6141 ɛno so number no bɛsesa yɛ ɛma nnɛ yɛfrɛ no 6131. 6131 foɔ no deɛ na yɛhwɛ mu anka ɔmo wɔ amnesty because ɔmo deɛ na bebree no ayɛ adwuma wɔ hospital ne NHS de boa nurses no. Nti ne yɛfrɛ wɔn auxiliary nurses anaasɛ nursing support workers. Ɛna nti ne yɛwɔ mmiɛnsa wei. Na ne aka no deɛ ɛno deɛ na issue bi a ne ho because mmiɛnsa wei na ɛwɔ healthcare sector hɔ no. Nti so now wowɔ 6145, 6146, 6141 a wotumi de wo yere, wo kunu, wo ba ɛka wo ho mutu kwan ɛkɔ UK kɔyɛ adwuma. Anaa nso sɛ wowɔ mu dada ɔmotumi bɛjoin wo. Anaasɛ wowɔ mu dada na wo a ɔmma de tumi yɛ ma no yɛyie wo new baby no. Ɛna ɔmosesa mmara no kaa sɛ from 11th of March 2024 no 6145 a ɛbɛyɛ 6135 ɛne 6146 a ɛbɛyɛ 6136 no, which is general care support and also senior carers no. Ukunu anasa wo yere anasa wo mma ntumi enjoy ne obiom ko na aban say krofo ebegu UK bebree dodo no ayɛ dependent for no santi omoyi dependent ni nyina efi hɔ. Tina kyerɛ na sɛ wunnimu dada from wunnimu dada before 11th of March there wo dependent ntumi enjoy ne obiom. But sɛ wo mu dada before saa time no there and there ometumi join you anytime omeye ready. Start from that time no there na omo 6131 no omo ye okay. And that's 6141 no omo ye okay. Unfortunately, from 25th of July 2025, last year, and now I was 6131 no aka no near fan 6141 no once what the restriction about two almost so. So from that time no omo dependent me enjoy ni omo. It's not just akwaya miensa. And then the topic is a skilled worker dependent visa, which occupation codes are restricted and what to do. The occupation codes are higher restricted for skilled worker dependent, 6131, 6135, and 6136. Restricted. Restriction no date was so. In the date was from 11th of March 2024. What does 6135? Can na 6145. And answer what does 6136? Na 6146 no. Untu se afi uda so dada dia we okay. But safi na wo bada so from 11th of March na untu me. Example, obi o ma no ye student. And I'll switch April 2024. Echo care so 6135 and that's 6146. Sani pano afi na wabem after 11th of March 2024. Santi restriction no akano. Obetumi di dependent no mo yes student dependent no a transfer akoso ano dey bi adentia because restriction no akano and the person was not already on that skilled worker visa before the change, therefore unto me. And also obi oma or graduate or postgraduate visa so na we kwenya switch care. Ono ankasa de we school nto betuma switch, but dependent no o betuma switch after saa date no ana no, because saa nipa na afi na we school na wakoso no wakoso after 11th of March 2024. Santi dependent no are restricted to join. Na saa time ni nyina no na wo 6131 no mutumi ye. Then from 25th of July no restrictions ebeda won so wo so. Again, se nipa no e care na issue abaso na wa switch akọ 3161 6131 6131 auxiliary nurses for ne ade na to me and for dependent and koso. What about no nipa no ewo sa category no so na o move about and say to me. But idea say yes no so ewo ha say 6131, 6145 and 6146 no categories. But 6131 different from the other two. Different from the other two. Nti so 6145 no kunya 6146 and 6135 and 6136 ideally no omo transferable. Nti so now with the 6145 before 11th of March na ye promo 2 ya senior carer na ya ma 6146 dependent can still go with you. But so now was 6131 auxiliary nurse. And now we're kwenya 6146 and that's a 6136 to me because a different category. I say I share a one so and so. And no so now was so that the crowd to me because you are now crossing over to these two categories, And the occupation code to our restrictions I was 6131, 6135, and 6136. Restriction date, 6131 from 25th of July 2025. And now 6135 restriction date from 11th of March 2024. And now 6136 restriction date 11th of March 2024. What about nipa we know a student and as a postgraduate and as a normal of visa for so or in a family? And about switch akọ saa restricted categories so obet my application and to me your application for all of them. Adentia nkrofo ekaka say but a family human right. This application is not a human right application. And to me for human right emra enko argue say you for human right and make a decision emma a different. What about say on one family the family will be disintegrated? Na akwafa or how they asem aba. So the family will be disintegrated and yet obia asem because na mope and na mo transfer ye and as a mope and a family no eba UK on that basis. To me emfa emotion and can say, yes, sir, this is going to happen to us, and so on and so forth. What about Obi a YB? Na wenya visa no. Na damfo entimi yusu say mo dia mama damfo enti muso mo fa mami na DAB because na damfo na the man na a mistake. It is a mistake there and yes na damfo no kwakaka kire omo na omo gi visa no because a genuine mistake. But because a mistake na favor ninti, obviously, obi ani who ayedi this man by mistake, because a mistake. But say, refuse ni there. Question is, is it genuine mistake? A genuine refusal. A genuine refusal because omo dem rano ba to home. No more can say, time wunya was skilled worker no. Na one, wunni so dada. Na number two, restriction no abba. So anti-dependent into me and move with you. What to avoid? Before I obey your application, bisa who say, na me was so dada, and as a afi and a mabaso. Especially dependent for now, opesa odi omoka. So now, ona wunni so dada. Before that date, now afi na wabaso after that date, they are dependent into me join. Avoid adding them. Odi omok to and the normal circumstance, say case worker in it is still refuse dependent, even if who qualify, because it's not about the main applicant, it is about the dependents and whether they qualify or not. You know, senya na yeguso echechere mu no. Se obi omu a na wanya sa akwenya yi ɛna ɔde ne dependent nyinaa egu so na ɔde application no ɛkɔ na yɛ refuse so obetumi akɔyɛ administrative review anaa wontumi nkɔyɛ administrative review because administrative review na wokɔyɛ na woka no nyinaa ne sɛ case worker no ayɛ mistake na wamfa visa no ama wo dependent. Meanwhile, dependent wei unqualified because main applicant no ɔbɛyɛ skilled worker migrant and as an applicant for the first time after the cut-off date and as a restriction date. So why did you include your dependent when you were making the application so that you made application for them as well? You couldn't have done that. So why did you do it? And if you did it, will it be refused? Yes. And if it is refused, can you challenge it? No. So if you challenge it, will the challenge be successful? It will not be successful. Mama yɛnhyɛ saa nneɛma wei nyinaa nso. Yona, so bi wɔ asɛm bi wɔ hɔ a. Yo.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specializing in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contestant and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner, with over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340, or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.
Yo, lawyer Asma, yɛdase yie ɛne nkyɛkyɛ na wode maayɛ no itifo yɛkɔ break kakra yɛasamba na mo a maba so nyinaa medam ase. Keep sharing the program, keep liking the program, and then keep subscribing to our YouTube channel no sɛ ne ɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛkɔ yɛnim na wokyerɛkyerɛ mu yi wama yɛhu but obɛseɛ wodwene ho a yɛnim neɛ nti a kurom ha ɔmode saa nhyehyɛe ne bae ɔmo assessing all the skill worker routes na ɔmode maayɛ na nkurɔfo bɛtropo in bebree no na im sɛ ɔmo yɛ investigation bi ne ade na ɔmo decided to put some measures in place. Now measures a ye put ebi ne sɛ o dependent some of the codes no untumi mfa o dependent enka ho. O bon so say we be say send human right, but in this case no human right doesn't apply ewo saha. But lawyers ma yenhwe answer na maybe a telephone lines no yenhwe ade bi wa ha na yama me mbia ma me codes ya eye restricted yi eno bi na me wo sisi a me ba ye nso ma be wo wa ha me ne me kunu sisi a no yese me ntumi mfa me kunu ana me ma no enka ho obi be se. So what happens to them also mutinemu because say omoko renew a omo nim gyina so bi ometumi a renew embia na me baaye no ye ma me 3 years into omo nso me kunu ana me yere no so ye ma me 3 years na afei me ko me 3 years ne so ye no na baby a me wona nka e cover me kunu ne me ba me wo no na me ba me wo no ọmụ ntumi ama me sponsor biom nti makonya sponsor foforo na sponsor foforo na me konya aye no eno na makopie mu wo saa restricted codes ya ewo ho ya eno bi na makonya nti se eno na makonya na che se 3 years na nka me ko renew na me dia konya new one o se nka me kru ne me mba anase me me wo mo kra nso den omo nso mo renew omo de na nka yinyina akwentu na YouTube basisi ano akoba ne se niema akonya no mentumi emfo mo enka ho into we besie den na ebesi omo nso omabrabo eye very question am nkofo bebre ebisa ansa na me bampo nti mpacho eno sa no den na what comes den ebe ye omo
Yo, now, I mean, Sunday, on one night, it is so decided on my life.
nto last already masre sorry
Mm.
producer what do you mean to so ananka I am the kakra since now they decide what will come after the next or say omo come back home and they stay in fact I am crofo bebre adwendwen they don't know actually they don't know what to
Oh,
do
okay.
because they are with
Right.
their family here exactly and they at least someone say once my wife or my husband is still working here and I'm with her no or with him no I have to also be here na sisi a me ni visa na che say say me ni me nkwala no ye kofi e na come think of it embia na afempo na yawo obi abeka ho na che say COS na me wo so no akwala ma wo ne foforo no ono ye ntime mfa na nto so nti sa akwala no also ka me kunu no mo kofi eye questions a obi ebisa enti na nka ye pe legal answer bi a betumi akonsole omo kakra na yetumi e de akoye ni because in fact a lot of
Yeah,
questions are
yeah. Now, say a penny, I'm more three, no more feel good, dear. They become a brilliant. But
okay.
if you are giving advice, you don't give
Yes,
emotional advice, you give
that's
objective
correct.
advice.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if the advice is coming from a qualified lawyer, not a pocket lawyer.
That's correct.
A qualified lawyer will give legal opinion. We call it
Mm-hmm.
legal advice, and the
Yeah.
person will know his or her legal position.
Mm-hmm.
The legal position is situated within the law.
That's correct.
If you want to say, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
You, of course, you have to be bold and frank and objective and tell the person that you cannot
Mm-hmm.
make an application thinking that they will give it to you.
Mm.
Because if the caseworker knows what the law is and they are
And
applying it correctly,
mm-hmm.
what can
Mm-hmm.
you do? Unless a beer, we're dependent, we move on to another category. That means
Mm.
there's also be a skilled worker.
Okay.
Also, be a skilled worker ni beer. Because akwala no na sisi a aka mu a yehu
Mm-hmm.
baby a yɛkɔ no. That is
Mm-hmm.
when you can akwala no will make an application say my mother is a skilled worker, my father is a skilled worker. None of them can accommodate me because both have restrictions. What
Mm-hmm.
does that mean?
Mm.
That one, the caseworker may make a discretion
Okay.
for the child, but not the caseworker to say that can you consider us? So, pal, fine. But you won't make application because our consider will be into
That's
consideration. No.
mm.
And a good lawyer will not advise that, oh, some go and beg the caseworker to give you.
No, no.
Then the idea, so that in this case, the lawyer is giving emotional advice,
Nice.
not legal advice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, and because they are all married and it's a
okay.
family, it's even difficult to say that the next one will move on to different category. It's
Mm.
not. So there are instances where issues happen in life, in the marriage, and one of
Yes,
them decide to move on because they have found love somewhere.
that's correct.
In that case, the person is moving on not because there is a restriction. The
Yes.
person is moving on because they have seen the light and they are moving to the new light,
That's
which
correct.
which also accepts people.
Mm,
So that person can move on from skilled worker dependent to appendix FM dependent if the new husband is has indefinite or
mm.
has nationality.
A different kind of
Exactly.
state.
That's also yes. Or the new wife has a child and the child is British and this man is moving as a step parent or this woman is moving in as a step mother. That's also there.
Okay.
So if they
Right.
want to know the broader options, these are the options. But so most people may not have had issue with their relationship, and
Mm.
therefore, if you don't have issue with your relationship, how do you move
From.
into another relationship?
Mm.
Yeah. So when you are giving advice in this situation, you have to be clear in your mind as a lawyer that you are giving legal advice, and the
Mm.
only options available for such a person will also be within the rules when
Yeah.
certain things have happened.
It's a bit sad if I should put it like you say, emotionally, if we should put it that way, obviously it's really sad now. Especially in terms of say akwala abim, when they have a typical situation, I mean scenario with me, and no, it's a fact on kwala mienu na abim within the 2 years now mobile, kwala mienu na abim na afei maame no akonya yɛfrɛ no sɛ new cos na ne deɛ no yɛ restricted sisi a nkwadaa no mmienu ayɛ sɛ ɔmo sensɛn hɔ nti no of course it's only a legal advice you can give yɛmma emotional advice wɔ hɔ na ɔmo bisa deɛ na ebetumi ayɛ afa ho what can we do about it deɛ na ebetumi ayɛ afa ho ɛha adwen in this case no me nua ba sɛ neɛ lawyer aka no ɛno no obi nso kora bisa sɛ nti lawyer ɔmbra na ombehu name bia bibi foforɔ. Well, you can always consult a lawyer for consultation and then seek legal advice. But say bibi foforɔ wɔ hɔ deɛ unto sɛ ɔbɛkɔ no me deɛ menim deɛ sɛ bibi saa wɔ hɔ. Yɛbɛkɔ yɛnim na afei na maybe a telephone lines no whilst I have these couple of questions in front of me no na me bisa no maybe a telephone lines no dia tum tiefo na ahwefo me da mo nyina ase sɛ mo aba so fɛfɛ na sharing nso call lulu me da se or say I go get me obrofo no me tell lulu said sorry.com. Hey, sorry, can I go for my kids with the visa that I'm holding? Lulu, I will come to your question 1 second. Let me acknowledge all those down on Facebook and then on YouTube. All those, please keep sharing. And then on the YouTube channel, no, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, no. Na wama yako yinim. Thank you very much. Now, for young so now telephone lines to phone in to participate in the program or to bring in your questions, and then lawyer Asma will answer you. Is 075 96620 154. I repeat the number again, 075 96620 154. Note that it's just one line. So when you call and there's someone on, keep trying. Definitely after I hang up the first person, you'll be the next to ask your question. You can also call on WhatsApp, which I can pick the two at a time. So you can also call on WhatsApp call, and lawyer Asma will answer you equally. Yo, it's here for and no edu safe no adwene a ye ka about skill dependence for na some of the codes na omunya restrictions e wo ho no no na ye ka one asem, and then how to avoid sa you have to avoid in order for your visa not to be refused, no eno mu na ye ka na wa beto ya wa share e de amaye yo layasma yen hwe na me next question me nua ba me da se wo se wo hwe me Moreno Richie is asking that good morning manye good morning Moreno me da se or say please if you are doing a customary marriage and your wife won't be able to come to Ghana for the ceremony, should her family relation or sisters stand in for her for the purpose of picture taking, or there is no need anybody steps in. Last man. So aware dear ebusuami you know na ware until untumi nka say we busuani bia anyway. I mean there's a common sense, but there is legal implications and so eka ho a lawyer asma ebeka ede amaye. But commonly we can common sense aware for say we kunu no ntumi nkwa na you no ntumi nkwa one a bit in a mama say yes yen ware mframa keke. So there should be your family, present there to represent the ceremony. And lawyers, ma'am, any legal advice on this particular one?
Well, I mean, now as you rightly pointed out, even if your partner is not present, the partner's family will be there, friends will be there. So if you are taking pictures, everybody will be in that picture except the one who is not physically present in Ghana. You will be there, your family friends will be there, her family will be there, her friends will be there. So there's no formula for picture taking. Everybody must be there except the one who is not physically present.
Okay, thank
And
you very much.
picture is also not compulsory, but if you are taking pictures, there's no formula.
Okay, so thank you, Moreno. I hope so. We are finding good faith. There was one from Lulu. Producer, if you can put Lulu's one on, let me read quickly. Lulu says, please, I'm on skilled worker dependent. Can I please go do my kids? Okay, can I go for my kids with the visa that I am holding? Also, you're dependent. Into dependent, So so I don't know say when your bear man na on your ban, but say we are worried for nam we are dependent visa. Obviously, much me akofa mombano, say mummy no nyina wa ha. And lawyer asma so what in the question I say in a different perspective and patrobe to me, I'm an answer, mommy.
Can I go for my kids with them?
Or so you're dependent, or see I'm
With,
here on a school dependent visa.
please, I'm on skilled worker dependent. Can I go for my kids? If you are skilled worker dependent, it's not you going for the kids. It is the main person going for the kids with you because you don't have anything to use. You are here because of that person. So if anybody must go and bring family members, it must be that person, not you. So the question you have to ask yourself is, what is your relationship with your partner? If you are upsetting your partner every day and your partner decide not to bring the stepchildren for you, you can't do anything. So ask yourself those behavioral based questions. If
Yes.
everything is fine, then of course the two of you will bring the children. But you cannot say that I'm going to bring them even if he doesn't want to support or she doesn't want to support. You cannot do it alone as a dependent. You are just a mate. You are not the main driver.
Okay. Yo, I have one here. A dosu kakra into no. My main say me to me there to I'm a producer there to board me so ama me na yeah to me aye. Or say producer me de to so now I say obe to me enya a dosu but I'll be reading from here though. Or say I received a healthcare worker visa with my wife in 2022. The visa was granted for 3 years and the COS occupation was code 6145. I divorced my wife in February 2025 and informed the Home Office about the divorce. In January 2026, I extended my visa with the same employer and was granted another 2 years. The new COS occupation code is 6135. My first question is, can I get married again and add my new wife as a dependent on my visa? Two, is it possible for a health care worker with COS code 6145 to marry another healthcare worker dependent wife in the UK? Is it possible to book a video consultation with you and what's the consultation? Okay, the third one, yes, it's possible you can book a video consultation with us. It's not a problem at all. Just when we finish the number, not the number for the program, but lawyer Asme's number you can book or call the office, BWF Solicitors office, and book a video conference. So, Lawyer Asman, Patroni, first two questions, you bet to me, Amani Moye say.
It all depends on when the person became a skilled worker on that code. The story did not tell the date, right?
I'll see on my year now, I'll see 2025. Oh, 2025, I divorced and informed the Home Office. And in January 2026, I extended my visa with the same employer and granted the occupational code 6135.
That means presumably they were already in the UK with a dependent on that visa, and the person
Yes,
extended later. Now the person is single. There is vacuum. He wants to fill the vacuum, right?
yes.
Of course, he can fill the vacuum. It takes two to tango. He can bring in now somebody else
With the 6135, he can.
because it's a continuation from before the 11th of March.
Okay. Yes, so many bema utie me una mani ND 4911. But modiana book consultation no. I know say a bit to me I possible. Ubit to me nya ahuka for the account on that. Okay. Yanko yenime. Yensha question when so Citizen Kajo, citizen me te won catch me gidi say we bia ye boko ho de. Good morning. Or my question is about those on 10-year routes to settlement. If they meet all the other eligibility criteria listed in the white paper, would they remain unaffected in any way unless stated otherwise? Lawyer Asma, the question is.
It's about those on the 10-year route. If they meet all the other eligible criteria, would they remain unaffected in any way unless stated otherwise?
Yeah.
Well, nobody has seen the so-called white paper yet.
Mm,
We haven't seen the specifics. So if they have introduced a criteria for somebody on a 10-year route, we know that one of them is going to be benefits. We also know that one of them will be when the person got the first 2.5, whether the person came as a visitor or and so on and so forth, whether the person was a roofie. All these factors will come in. So if you meet all the new criteria, then of course you can. But how will you then say that if they meet all the other eligibility criteria listed in the white paper, would they remain unaffected? How can you meet the criteria listed in the white paper and still remain unaffected?
mm,
It is the criteria listed in the white paper that is going to affect the person, isn't it?
yeah.
So how can you say that you meet the new criteria and you are still asking, will you be affected? Because you are going to be affected, you have to meet the new criteria. So once you meet the new criteria, then you can go ahead and make application once you have met those criteria. So the question the person asks is quite ambiguous. Because the first part, I have met the criteria in the new white paper, which is the new criteria, isn't it? And the second is, will I be affected if I have met the criteria or unaffected? It's not clear. Citizen Kwajo, it's not clear. Come back because the second part of your question cancels the first part of the question.
Mm, okay. Mewo baako nso ɛwɔ ha. Ɔse, good morning, lawyer. At what point do I cease to be an EU family member? Is it when I divorce or after getting settled status? Hey, questions maybe.
Okay, now this is not a legal question, it's a common sense question. Somebody is asking you, when do I cease to be a family member of my family member? It depends on how you became the family member.
Exactly. So
If,
if
for
it's not
example,
married,
you became a family member through marriage, then
that's
you
correct.
cannot still remain a family member
When you
if there
divorce,
is no marriage.
okay.
But if you became a family member through birth, then there's
Yes,
no expiry date to birth.
with birth, that's correct.
The only thing that can separate is death.
Okay.
Death. And again, if it is through marriage, death death can also cause you to cease to become or cease to be a family member. But having acquired settled status does not make stop you from becoming a family member.
That's correct.
Why will you say, oh, me indefinite, or me review? Does that make sense?
So unless you get divorced
Exactly.
and you are no
That's what I'm
more.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's a common sense question as opposed to And to hear me this question, look, only death or divorce can separate you from the other. And if it is a family member, grandchild, or child, or parent, the only thing that can separate is death. Because for birth related relationships, only death can separate.
Yes. Okay. Enti me nua bɛma a wotie me, me nua ba a wotie me. Ɛno na lawyer Asma ama. Me want another question so wɔ ha. Telephone lines to call 075-966-20154. You can call on the regular call or you can call on WhatsApp. Ne nyinaa me pick na lawyer Asma ama wo answer. So the next question, Bernard Kwao, my question is, my company sponsor license has been revoked. Sorry about that. Can I do visa application for my children to join me in the UK as my share code is still active and have not received? Oh, last Emma Hosaya Misre. And the engine so now be so and I invite form papa. Last man, the share code as you, is there any miracle possibilities? Be
All right. Now, you see, again, one of the general questions now we have to answer generally.
Yeah.
Now, you are on this bus going to your destination.
Yeah.
Midway, the engine is broken and the car is not able to move.
Yes.
However,
You
when
are
you
still in
start
the
the
bus.
car, when you start the car, you hear the sound,
Penyo,
but it
and it
cannot
falls.
move. You hear the sound, but it cannot move. Question: can you still bring all your friends who want to go with you into the car with the hope that they will get to the destination?
No.
The car cannot move. So why
Yeah.
will you pretend that it will move? And
Mm,
so they should come on board. No.
mm. A hard dream. A hard dream. Pana. Intimania. Kafra, why? And untumin kofa. When I am my letter, no cry doesn't mean say, Ntibomodiana pe baby fans, Anna. Sa letter no cry, Ediaba. Yo, Bright Ado Unsu Bisa say, or say, I am a skilled worker dependent. I came here in 2022 with my wife. She has got her PIN and now working with the NHS as a midwife. Congratulations, middle. Or say, do I qualify to be a dependent on her new visa?
What about so in his own case, does he still have leave to remain in the UK?
One senior or the question, Ibra. So, Bright, if you are listening to us, no lawyer A Bisa say, lawyer question you na me fam and
Does
cancer.
he that
Mm-hmm,
does he have
mm-hmm.
a visa as we speak? And what
Okay,
visa?
do you still have a visa as we speak, Minia? And say if you are listening to us now watching us now, some type of question, Ibra. Based on that, lawyer bit me amount a very tangible answer to the
Yeah.
question.
So if yes, I just got okay, this is different. If yes, now to the first one. If
Yeah,
yes, then he can apply to become a dependent of a nurse because nursing categories are not restricted.
are not restricted. Sisi wa be nurse no, but send visa ne wa.
So this one with you cannot switch if you are an overstayer.
Okay. Yeah, 2022 to 2026. Well, me name number of years a man dear, but I'm hoping that there's a brighter light there somewhere there. Ain't no young queen. Yo, bright. If yes, let us know. If no, to let us know. Menya Bakonso or say, also Boatin say, good morning, lawyer. I just got email from home office that I have to complete my stand alone application, but I don't understand it. When your application there, then now I lawyers man, unye share
Well,
letter.
I will not be able to answer because I don't know the full details.
Exactly.
He has summarized the letter, but we don't
Okay.
know the context of the letter. So what is
Okay.
standalone? Does it mean that
Exactly.
his own application or another application somewhere I cannot
Oh,
really understand, and so
okay.
I will be able to respond correctly without.
Mm,
So I no response at this stage. If he
okay.
can shed more light on that, that's fine.
On
Otherwise,
the yeah,
he can call after the show to
program.
speak to
Now,
us.
okay, that's good because you can't just get a letter from home office for not having done any application yet. Okay, so young queen pacho producer bet me the lawyer ask my number no asa be to dwa e dia mayen dodo na e bisa say they want lawyer asmes number and I say a BWF solicitors office number no obetumi de ato so. Okay, so etiefo amutie mi wa mu bisa ne nyina nipa be fo nkwa na ebisa wa ha. Na me de abeto so no 0794763637. You can call him just after we finish the program or send him a text, or you're very active to respond to you quickly. Nti no mo hwɛ ne nso ho. Yenkɔ yenim. Numbers a obetumi esan bisa e friend here 0795 sorry 075 96620 You can call them both WhatsApp on normal call. Clement Ewase, hi, skill worker. My wife is my dependent. Now my wife is a nurse with sponsorship. Please, can I switch from my skill worker to my wife's sponsorship as dependent? Though my skill worker visa is active.
Oh yes, so
I like this one.
this is similar to the one who asked the question. The first person there wasn't enough information. This one we
Yeah.
have enough, and we know that he has his visa
Mm,
intact. The partner is now a nurse. Nursing
mm,
categories have no restrictions. He's no
mm.
longer interested in remaining where he is. Can he
Yeah.
switch, become a dependent of a nurse? Yes, he can. Why? Because he has a visa that is switchable, and where he's going, there's no restriction.
Okay. Enti no, Charles, uhun son why? Ohun son o visa. Na obi send me message bi. Afi message no me bi and me. But I'll keep looking. Say upesa ofra you can call on the line 075966201. Obi frey me pick ya ne kate but obi to me asan frey. Ajara said to say what about separation? What about separation to what? Say separation or the bed then. Mama question I complete e dia maye. Na yetumi eye. Moreno Asamba Beyonce, during a customary marriage that my wife can't make it to Ghana, should her relationship or sister stand in for the nana ye answer first one no. Enti Moreno ya answer my family no enko omunko no munko jinemu ma why. What about those are already using B1 English? Can a person still use it for naturalization after 2027 April and yɛnim sɛ woyusu yɛka ne sɛn woyusu language no de ayɛ application before it's still valid but on this case no menhyɛ da nkan mu yie so I can as a lawyer asma ɛyɛ possible anaa
So
woyusu
what
de
about
ayɛ
those?
first application.
What about those who already B1 and the person will still use it for naturalism after? They are saying, okay, what they are talking about is settlement, not naturalization. So it is a good question because we don't know whether naturalization will also attract B2. But what they are saying that
Exactly.
settlement will attract B2.
Me
They
too.
didn't talk about naturalization. Therefore, at the moment, we know that if you are going for naturalization, you can use the English language that you used for your indefinite. And since they are not talking about naturalization next year, I believe you can still use it. Yeah. So this is one of the gray areas. For me, I wouldn't bother. I'll go ahead and use it and argue that the restriction is on indefinite, not naturalization.
Mm. Okay. It's quite say share policy patwa wa fra jena so 1 second. A bit tricky, but say mo according to what we know already, they say you so your friend is saying B1 now they are settlement dada. You so the your settlement now sound naturalization now. Use the same thing to do it. In this case, yeah, can say want to mean you should be one for settlement from next year 27 no 2027 no. In this case, say why settlement dada now you are going for you can say naturalization now. Minim say besa ka say san kwotro English ni bio eno na yen to me en sisupi en ma no because already no why you settlement dada. And this new policy or more council say obey o settlement. Into lawyers make and no say ye among naturalization, but say why your settlement that with the B1 now okwa naturalization no na obey here the same English now. Obviously, there's possibility there, but then you name say B2 no be affected because you've already done the settlement already. Meaning say senior mattress here no nipa no what here say ya yo yenya me nua be ma ba kon wo ahoma no so patcho koso yetie.
Good morning, lawyer. If I may proceed, I was in age of a quick question. Madam will be ever UK as the dependence of a skilled worker. Now, already you have no lady in the age of us. I mean, look at say, and the rest are also the dependent worker now, one is about to expire.
Okay.
And so the question is there any means or between extension of the rest are now how you demand?
Kofu bebree bisa this question. Lawyers man, patcho te ye nua be man
Yeah, Martin, I mean, there's nothing called extension because you are a skilled worker, dependent. You see, empe will be more. Also, copy skilled worker nibi. And answer also copy will be our na switch you so as simple as that. But nipa way will need one-to-one advice from a lawyer, not Facebook advice. Uncle one-to-one, because there's more that need to be discussed. Now we're making a decision.
Okay. Enti me nua be ma sawati ne lawyer kan no. Or see, or can say in this case there is nothing like extension. And say bibi or is better so be lawyer 1-to-1 with proper advice, chain Facebook, I mean on screen advice. Now all kind of sad. But there is nothing like extension.
Na meka ka on say mepacha what me nka. Just so ube feel say yes, we're giving you something to take away. What I said is, say nipa na ono buy and unless on what down for the buy and also on penny be more. That is the point. Also on penny be me boy. You so on penny be more. Ono so nkope ejuma obetuma be your main skilled worker because of our visa. But what you say? Yes, sir. This okopo obi a openo. Na wa switch akọ so. But what you say?
Yeah, maybe I will need this. I was about to expire. It is expired. I'll never be
But yes, I to say obi or say my chinchin market why aduane bi ani ho. Ekwam so di me. Nti menye aduane ndi a then e beto me. Menye aduane ndi a wo na obewu. Nti pe aduane ni bi. There's nothing obi abetumi aye. Oba can say keep searching till you find food. Otherwise, just pretend you are fasting, literally.
Okay.
And I just want to be frank here. Lawyer bi ani ho a obeka just say oh when the me do be share corner ha say oju sika di keke. These are the two things that obetumi aye. Obeko as a skilled worker whilst we have gotten a COS or you move into a new relationship because move into a new relationship, and if the new spouse
Mm,
has something to keep you, then you go on as a dependent again, either as a family dependent for 2.5 or skilled worker dependent based on your nipa no one. But won't you mean I say mechini sa obi a ni ho a opɛ me. Mechini sa obi a ni ho owo ejuma o de bema me. And
mm,
yet I want a visa. There's no way out. I understand
Gotcha.
the frustration, but we have to give you candid and frank advice legally because you need advice to make a decision. That's why I said, beyond this, go for one-to-one so that you can pour your heart out and the lawyer will look at what is reasonably possible within the rules. No cut corner. Corner o cut here. Go call the next corner no na when they see. Unso e untumi nsa wechi. No why you're frustrated.
mm.
Okay. Papa, that paper.
Yo.
Yeah, so seek one-to-one
Ina
advice.
be ma share program ne ma me why. Me te on ka che. Se bibia boko de. Me da se. Yo. Okay. Bright Asamba say yes. Yes, let us say question now di can be say, you know. Question no kra na ye ne wo he. Bright. Em say, hey. Yo, yembisa we so Prince Baako ewa ha. Or say, hi lawyer, I came to the UK as the deterrent of okay, skill worker. Currently, the lady has divorced me and my visa is about to expire. Okay, so this is similar to what Miniabe me efreye ewo humanesono. What about my options and how can I get extension to live and work here? Let's just say it's just similar to what
Yeah, the same
a
thing.
lawyer, kind
Yeah.
of very similar.
And you see, a lot of people, this extension thing now,
Mm,
there's nothing called extension because within the rules, there's nothing called bring an application for extension so
yeah.
that extend to what? What
Yes.
there is that you can make an application
Mm,
to another category.
okay.
And whilst that application is pending
Mm-hmm.
and you have another opportunity, you can
Yes.
vary that application to another category, even
Mm,
if at that time your visa has expired.
expired.
Because you had a visa pending, regardless of what visa it is, before
Mm,
your visa expired, you are protected under Section 3C. That is
mm,
what most people call extension. But it is not an extension.
yeah.
Extension is when you make an application for visa and they are
Mm,
going to give you another um, time of
yes.
visa. But this one, they are not going to give you. You don't even know what they are going to give you, and you call
Yes.
it extension.
Extension.
And that's why I hesitate to agree that this is extension. It's
Mm,
an application for something, but whilst you are waiting for a decision on that application, you can
mm-hmm,
make another application to vary that. All
mm-hmm.
you are seeking to do is to avoid becoming an overstayer.
Yes. A hard dream, but home office. Neomaka, no maka. And you know, Oja voice note. No, unfortunately, me who voice note. And if I tell me why, may try say me who I will send it tomorrow. Now, wait to me. Yebisa wo honum e the amount. The numbers again to call is 075 966 20 154. Obi to me a friend of both WhatsApp and normal call. Na wait to me aye. Lawyers man, adia twem akwe hard dream pa na yɛbɛka sɛ wayɛ illegal nti no but question bi a nkurɔfoɔ nso ebisa me this week ne sɛ okay sɛ on the way no o visa no bi a ɛnɛ na ɛbɛwu visa no ɛnɛ na ɛbɛwu but your share code is still working up to the next month now. Does that mean say you can stand on the share code to make an application? And then when to me submit to application, no. But because of way no share code be next month no. Who sending application after today now? Does it still valid? And now it doesn't valid anymore because and then when
Yo, now I'm going to create a scenario here.
okay.
you know the word ghost.
Uh-huh.
And you know that people believe that they have seen ghosts before.
Yes.
These are myths, and they are myths. We hear
Yes.
about them, unless
Yes.
you have encountered one. But
Yes.
those who believe in ghosts believe that the body is dead, but the spirit is moving
You're alive.
around.
Okay. Okay.
So when you see the spirit, will you say that, oh, welcome back home?
No.
Why not?
Hey. Last one where they were kind because of your spirits on your body.
The spirit, whether you saw
Hey.
it, whether you lived with it, whether it is, the body is not there.
Hey. Mm.
We have a visa that is expired. That is the body
Yes.
of the visa. And we have
Yes.
the spirit, which is the share code, still
Uh,
online, hovering on the internet.
okay.
Are you relying on that one, or you are relying on the one that is dead?
On the visa, no. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
You
whoa,
get
whoa,
the analogy.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Your visa is what
Okay.
you are holding. So if it has
You know
expired,
yes,
yeah, if it is expired, it is expired. And
that's
the two
correct.
must go together. The two must
Mm,
go together. So you can't tell me the body is dead, but I saw the
but
spirit on the market.
it's
And so I have asked them to come home.
last ma explanation in the mo. You know the four back or ha yentie no na meneko. Yeah, mpacho unama any 91145. Yetio
Yeah,
kasa.
good morning, lawyer. Good morning, my head.
Good morning. Page your
Pacho,
voice
me,
kakrama me why.
what do me go?
Last ma just sa wotenenka.
That's why I'm betting in car.
Okay, koso.
Okay. Pacho, me say me and madam for being when settlement December, yeah.
Okay.
But before that, no what 10-year route, so based on Neba, and on this stretch bar 5. And I'm Domama December, yeah, when the settlement. Now, I say my woman say now within or switch it call 5-year route, or worry in the money mammy. And in December, or 2 years, but not be before no, the 5-year route,
Okay.
Namia Omadum Busumi came we are almost album back. I'm a to a cotton album, Bishafua Bimbia and fine.
Okay.
Now, the question now, Obusami and I may cast a member program, so Busaman said. So say I want only the man mommy which they are married, but they were separated before. My cotton boom back, The man mommy is British, The wife is British, But me, I go ahead, apply for naturalization, and as I still know, so train 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you so.
Oh, also.
Director, it is saying,
Damena do more.
Pachotina, maybe can ye pa.
Mm.
Mrana say, so worry obi oya British. Na nipa no emma wo 2.5 mienu. Na 5 years no so na wokwaji ugina no so kwaji indefinite a immediately ubeye naturalization. Pajawaja say.
Yeah.
Pachotina me kaya no.
Patrol people.
Nipa we asem a wodi bra yen, is it the same scenario or a bit different?
It's different. It's different.
If it is different, would the law apply in his favor the same way as this one?
And did they do me for lawyer not?
And the person say no, a different, a different. Yeah, objectively a different. So there's no way you pretend say a similar intimate try and share because
Different.
it is not the spouse who gave him the 5 years, and it is not the spouse who gave him the indefinite, and therefore he cannot continue the same journey.
Okay.
If you baby na ba me boa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nti se if baby na wo ba, wo betumi abedi ade ma na yeye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nti we ye ni on tumi ni ade. Why?
Me that's it.
Shama me why minia.
Mate.
Thank you. You na odofo bi nso ba ahoma ne so kafra obetumi asa afre na we bisa o question no onama ne end with 604 san free bio na bisa o question no na lawyer Asma emma mwaye ewo ho ya na edwumadie no koso na questions ne bi wo ho a senior lawyer Asma emma o scenario just for you to answer yourself, even though there are legal answering no to say some of questions no wow do who because application bia no omo gina omo way no omo policy ne so to respond to the application. So man scenario na betimi ama we na answer no ni omo gina so di ama o answer na oba chechro mu si na ebe ya obehu say question na obisa no possible say be yi e wo kwan we so ana say enyi yi yo menia bema me papa ana me bra odu ahoma ne so mpacho yetil bisa question ni mame.
Yo, Namanye. Good morning.
Good morning, Papa. Boko hodie.
Yeah, me adom. Lawyer, so good morning.
Ojo.
Namanye mpacho we dey you need someone you that lawyer Charles na you know. Someone pa the we are say we had the anke video. My question is
oh God, the scenario ni on my no. So what you say? That's right.
Yeah. Someone in the 8 minutes, I see a real body.
Okay.
But so the question is, so 2.5 weeks. Yeah, 10 years no from the day now. We call according with the parental routine. Now, we shut down the first the animal. Now, when you're 10 years now, can you just do it and answer yes or train? To say any now with the amount a bit true or paper and then my question. But I thought of a chapeau. You better say.
It was that. Is he still on the call?
Oh, so
you are no answer wako.
You what?
Who feel ghost scenario no?
Ah.
Hey, I was ready. I'm a secretary. Now I'm a secretary.
Ghosts cannot survive.
Exactly.
All right. So, now will be said. With 10 years, we're counting from data, I'm out 2.5 no, and that's we're trying up to the last one no need the no.
Because
okay,
the first one
so that's the question. That's the question. Now, so break move between the 2.5 no up to the 10th day no one service no aka 2 years to cry na ebewuna or 10 years na so a obekwa kwaje indefinite. But it's a break could be mudia. Then you cannot, because there's case law. I says a break bemua. Ubioma ni referee no ho okweko renew no ni referee in determine any ban no so no na visa newu. But under human right application no visa newu you can apply within 14 days under paragraph 39E of the immigration rules. Your application even though na visa newu at a point. Yami adon mo de ban no. This I break na koba no I break it 10 years continuity no. And even though 10 years na so, but now visa no we but you show more break ninti unya 10 leboa.
No crazy.
Some pana just or trying to get actual 10 years after removing the breaks. But the break ni mu yeah, exactly 10 years. So visa no we cry, we try your application for indefinite. Because the law says 10 continuous residence. 10 years continuous residence, no break.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But your my friend with you now, I have points big cramdas. Yo,
Nana.
That's super. Yo.
Yeah, that's it. Bye-bye. Yamia Bema, Kufi Antubam na Yetine.
Oh, that was Antubam, okay.
Yeah, or come my honorable secretary, the one. Yo, wait for AM Rennie, I be into baby every day. major questions now. Kana Matwama lawyer Asma, I think is going to summarize it in an English version for us so that we can give this particular version to our neighboring friends. Now, Monty Kromukasano. So, Safenwa Jenny, we are just about to put the curtains on. But the topic we spoke about today is skilled worker dependent visa, which occupation codes are restricted and what to avoid. So, Lawyer Asma, I'll go through and then a whole lot of questions that came up, most of them based on this skilled worker. We were skilled worker wahala. Let me put it that way. There are numerous of questions based on when it comes to skilled workers but and then just the time will limit us to talk about this one. It's Asma, before we draw the curtains, Pacho, can you humbly Maya the English version so that we can just pick that one and send it to our friends?
Okay, sure. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we looked at skilled worker dependent visas, which occupation codes are restricted, and so dependent cannot go on. And what do I have to do to avoid that situation? First off, these are date sensitive, and so there are two relevant dates. The first date is 11th of March 2024, and the second date is 25th of July 2025. 11th of March 2024 is for people who became skilled worker for the first time, from 11th March 2024. And skilled worker here, we are talking about general carers and senior carers. 6135, 6136, occupational codes. Those people, if they were already skilled workers, their dependents can continue to be with them if they are moving on to new employers. If they were already on that occupation code, it doesn't matter the change, the dependent can still stay with them, with the new employers. However, if they were moving to the skilled worker category for the first time from 11th March 2024, because they were students, because they were postgraduate visa holders, because they were something else, and they were successful to have gotten a job, and the company gave them COS, and they switched from where they were, which is non-care visas, to a care visa 6135 or 6136 after 11th or from 11th of March. From 11th of March 2024, they cannot add dependent. That is dependent restrictive. Dependent restrictive. What about those who are on the 6131? 6131 is auxiliary nurses. It used to be open to dependent, but again, from 25th of July 2025, they have closed the door on that to dependent. Therefore, if you're already on it and you are moving to that again, your dependent can continue to join you or can even come and join you later. But if you are moving on to that for the first time from 25th of July 2025, dependent cannot join you on that. What about 6135 to 6131? You cannot, because they are different. So if you're on 6135 and you got 6131 after the date, your dependent cannot join you. What if you are on the 6131 and you move to 6135 or 6136 after the date? Your dependent cannot join you. What to avoid? Avoid making applications based only on emotions, feelings, and faith. Faith is good, but there's no case law or immigration rule that talks about if your faith is strong, caseworker will give you a visa. And so don't make the application only based on faith. It should be based on the law, then you support with faith. Again, don't make the application thinking that you can make human rights argument and they will accept it. Skilled worker visas, dependent visas are not human rights applications, and therefore you cannot use human rights argument to argue for favor in this category. So don't use human rights argument to argue that if you don't give it to us, the family will be disintegrated. It will affect our family life. We are a young couple. Our children will this. Those are human rights arguments. You cannot apply them here. Again, you know that the application will be refused. So don't even attempt in the first place, because once they refuse it, you cannot make administrative review and succeed. What if you think that somebody got it right, or they gave it to somebody, the same scenario, the same situation, so you want to rely on what your friend told you or your friend's experience to make the application? No. You cannot use somebody's experience thinking that that experience is part of the law. That experience was just a mistake by the caseworker, and the person thought that they were successful. Of course, they were successful, but it doesn't mean that they were successful within the rules. They might have been successful on the basis that the caseworker just felt that, let me give them discretion on this one. It doesn't mean that you can also be favored with such discretion. So let's bear in mind and situate such applications within the rules. If the rules don't favor, don't apply. If the rules favor, you can apply. And if you apply because the rules favor and you are refused, that is when you can go for admin review and challenge it and quote the law that you qualified and the law was that, and so they made a mistake. But if the law is not like that and you didn't qualify and you applied, when they genuinely refuse you because they did the right thing, you cannot challenge at admin review. By that time, you would have become an overstayer, and that would be an issue. What do you do? Can you switch? Yes. As a skilled worker dependent, if your main person has moved to something else, or you are a student skilled worker or whatever it is, you can move to a category that allows for dependent. Nurses, teachers, construction workers, they still allow for dependent. Or you can switch to non-skilled worker visa, i.e., you can become a dependent of somebody with indefinite, or somebody who has EU passport with 5 years, or somebody who is a British citizen. If you are in a new relationship with that person and your visa has not expired, then you can transfer from what you had to Appendix FM dependent. That is also acceptable. These are the options within the rules. These are the codes that are restrictive. These are the things you have to do to avoid finding yourself in such situations. See you again tomorrow.
Yo, lawyer Charles Asma, Yedasi, Yeton Safra, Waba Bechichi, Mama Yehu, Bibijina, ne education ayinya no Yedasi, Papa, and Yami Aduma. It's if for natural for Madame Munina, so as Mamma Bar, so I'm into Mambo Mudin, and I'm fan chemi, na Emrene call. Ain't no thank you, and I believe senior mobiles, no next week is members of Fair Face, I'm an IFA. Yami Admochna, the community and the law, a bebaso. Na menu abema orioku bidinimo bidi chame na very beautiful topic you can't resist it into bomodia na make a date 4 o'clock sharp na 2 hours solid na omude re-education obenya time to ask many amount of questions I will akoma so no afre no ebisa na yaba omoaye until then aha ye legal hour so me a wotimi nkan mediani na manyeti ushan baby a ofre me amejo so nyame nkan nyina ho na ye have a very lovely weekend ye ko yeda so Ghana month monte no uchia unye bia no ye Ghana ni no amanechia why no akase nyame nshira no have a lovely weekend until then adios bye bye.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specializing in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contestant and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner. With over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340, or our emergency line is 07712 761 8884.